Have you ever listened to a song that has given you goosebumps? Or how about that amazing moment when you are home alone, bellowing out your favorite jam in the shower? Hello, my name is Christopher Donahue, and I am here in an attempt to persuade you, my hopeful investors, to provide me with the financial support needed to create a non-profit recording studio. Now I know what you are thinking. Did he just say non-profit? That answer is yes. Please, let me explain. This idea is great. The studio would be open to anyone who has the desire and drive to listen, play, write, or just flat out enjoy being around music in general and musicians with all sorts of backgrounds. Let me tell you a little story about myself when I discovered music to be my biggest passion. When I was young, I'd say in my early teenage years, I lived in my mother's basement. Well, when I was home alone, I would turn my stereo up extremely loud. In fact, I'm pretty sure I blew out the speakers 3 or 4 times. Maybe a few more than that, but who's counting? Anyways, I'd crank it up and position myself in the center of the room, which to me was center stage at a large music festival. My imagination would kick into overdrive, and suddenly I was an air guitar god, ripping up chords that aren't even possible for me to play or imagine. That's when I knew that I had to make music a career at some point in my life. Well, back in the early spring of 2016, I was at work doing my daily routine, when all of a sudden a light bulb of an idea clicked on in my head. I started thinking of how many young people I know that strive to make it in the music industry. I also have a few close friends that are in a band. Then I started thinking of the constant struggle these prospective musicians go through to gather the funds or get studio time, or even just get their name out in the open for others to enjoy their many talents. This idea opened my mind to the vast possibilities that I could provide to people striving to get into this industry, especially the younger generations. Imagine if we could create the next Prince or John Lennon at little or no cost to that person. How grateful would that person be to our generosity? Better yet, how grateful would the world be to us for creating these musicians and their music? We are talking about the possibility of exponential growth. We could change the world. So, there is my idea. But I'm sure you are all wondering, what types of education or qualifications does this guy even have? Why should we even trust him or give him our money? Well, I have a bachelor's degree in music production, which I've obtained through Full Sail University. I now have the knowledge to run an entire recording studio on my own. At Full Sail University, I've learned things such as music composition programming, musical arrangement, songwriting and development, music theory, and digital recording principles. That's just to name a few. To sum it up, I have an extremely vast knowledge in the musical industry, and I'm ready to pursue my dream of making this world a better place through music, and passing my knowledge on to anyone willing to learn. But I cannot do this without your humble support. Please guide me on my path to making this world a better place. Whether we can change one life or millions, the least we can do is try. So now I want you to ask yourself, are you brave enough to walk this path with me? Are you brave enough to change this world and fill it with the sweet sounds of music? I know I am.